Hey, there it is. It's your Brunch with Brian home investing live stream. And today we're going to talk about mental toughness and closing calls, and maybe even doing some opening calls and some cold. Now, what we do cold calling. I mean, if you call a lead and no one has called it before, you haven't had a virtual assistant or any assistant call it before, and you're calling it for the first time, would I consider that a cold call? Absolutely no way. I used to do cold calls. One of the first jobs I had was I worked for Time Life Books, and I was a telemarketer. And I sat there and I called and tried to sell the basic home improvement series. Okay, and so this was my first job. Now that's cold calling people out of the blue and asking them if they want to buy a book series. That was tough. Also in mortgages, we did cold calling. We called people off title company lists who did not reach out to us in advance. Now that's tough cold calling. You had to be mentally tough to be able to do those calls. What we do, these people are advertising their house for sale. I mean, they're already advertising, they're putting their house out there, so they know they're going to get calls. The only person I wouldn't want to be is a realtor. If I'm calling as a realtor to try to list their house, that's what they really hate. And in fact, we often will say that when we reach out to them is the house listed with a realtor? Oh, no. Oh, awesome. Awesome. So you don't have to pay that 6%. And now remember, and also right in the beginning, what you're going to get from a lot of people, especially if you sound professional, is they'll say, are you a realtor? I mean, that's one of the first questions out of their mouth. Are you a realtor? And in fact, you can even anticipate, if you look at Lynette's assumptive closing call. Now this is only in your closing call guide. That's the book with the packet, the smaller packet with the blue cover. And and it used to be called the Pretty House Calling Guide, and it had a black cover, but we updated it and we put Lynette's assumptive close in there. So that's under the very first closing call, called the basic Pretty House closing call, right in the beginning, the first closing call in that packet. So Lynette's assumptive close is in there, and she talks about, her first thing is, don't worry, I'm not a realtor. It's not listed, is it? And so she's already warning them off because they think she sounds halfway professional. If you sound halfway professional, they're going to be asking in about 3 seconds, are you a realtor? And so this way, and what you say is, no, I'm a buyer. So you're not making cold calls. You don't have to build up this brutal mental toughness. I also used to be a collector. Okay, I mean, that's even worse. That's even worse than a cold caller. I mean, you're calling people and to ask them and press them and persuade them in any way possible to send you even a little check. And so that was a really hard job. So I mean, if you have ever been a collector or a cold caller with with a sales organization like that, that's a whole different thing. What we do is practically, I mean, these people want calls, and as long as you assure them you're not a realtor and you're a real buyer in the beginning, I want you to say that. I'm not a realtor, I'm the buyer. And so once they hear that, they'll relax a little bit, and then you can get to the point. Now, the one change between you and anybody who would call a FSBO, they may assume that you are qualified at a bank. And so when you tell them the way we do it is with monthly payments, that's the twist. Now, they may not want to work with you on that basis. Mostly they're very friendly and they say, no, that's not going to work for us. We really need to, A, get all of our cash out, or B, qualify for our next house, which you do have objection answers to those things. But, obviously sometimes it works. It's kind of a matchmaking. It's not kind of, it is a matchmaking thing. I mean, you're going to find people who are the right, perfect match for you. I was just talking to one of our great students who signed up for our mastermind, and he's been with our mastermind for about a year. And about a year ago, we were on the phone with him and a seller. Lynette was talking to the seller, and we closed this deal for him. And he bought the house for, I don't even want to say the numbers, it's so crazy, but he bought it for 80 grand. It was a beat up house with some tenants who were in there who were not easy, to work with. So what do we do? Well, with that, our student thought, well, it's kind of a dead end. The tenants won't get out and it's all beat up. And, I don't know what the possibilities are here. But of course, Lynette just says, okay, we buy the tenants out, however much, I mean, it's not even going to take that much, and then we'll fix it up. And there's objection answers and there's ways around anything. So the guy was flexible on the monthly payments and doing everything. He just wanted out. So this was great. We bought it cheap. And now we looked at this estimate. In fact, he was on our mastermind call on Wednesday, our mastermind group call, which is once a month. And we were talking about maybe now is the time to cash out. And I'm saying this to you too. The market is very high. I'm not Nostradamus. I don't know for sure. It's not even going to go up more. But my feeling is that we're about at the peak of the market. And if you have properties that are available to sell for cash now, it wouldn't be the worst idea. So he had fixed this property up and not even really done anything with it. There wasn't even anybody in the house, and it was just sitting there because everything, And so now it's going to be a cash deal, and the Zestimate on it is like 280. So crazy. So I mean, that's going to be almost a $200,000 profit on a deal that he just bought a year ago because of us, because he was in our mastermind group and we made the call for him. And now we told him to sell it for cash, and now he's going to do that. So guys, the mastermind group is really awesome, and it really does give you a lot of motivation and tools to succeed. And you're talking to a whole bunch of the very best students who are, bringing in their ideas. Like this one does predictive dialer, this one is huge on social media and whatever. So guys, get on social media this weekend and make some cold calls. It's not even cold calls. Just go on social media and go on Zillow, go on Craigslist, and check out some houses and use the FSBO opening call. The one you should use is go on the website, go on the ourwolfpack.com, and it's number 5 on the 25 numbered forms. And so that's in your what to say and what to do system. So go into the forms, the 25 forms area, and pull up number 5. I just recently updated that one. Also, if you guys are getting incoming seller calls, I recently updated number 6, which is seller incoming call, opening call. So get those printed up, go on the website, print up, about 20 of each, or at least 20 of the FSBO, and see what you can do. Let's be mentally strong, mentally tough. Just think of these people like what I did when I was younger, who are doing really brutal calling. And, if they can do that, you can make a call and inquire about, somebody who has a house for sale. I will give you a huge secret tip. One of our very, very best students, there's a new part in the FSBO script, and it really helps, because if you come across like you don't have any money and you're just trying to buy stuff for nothing down on payments all the time, that kind of projects a certain image. So we put this part in the script where you actually say, okay, so we buy and sell houses all around the area. When we buy an ugly house, a house that is distressed and needs some work, we'll pay all cash for that and pay cash for the repairs. But when it's a pretty house, when it's like yours, maybe it just needs a little cosmetic work. Well, in those cases, how we usually buy it is with monthly payments. And so then that's that little section there, which is about 2 or 3 sentences, is a game changer in the way you approach people. And we've got one student doing deals at a distance who absolutely loves that part, gives her credibility, and she's buying houses all around the country right now, multiple per month. So guys, get going. Get out there and talk to some sellers this weekend. Seriously, if you have nothing, if you have no good leads, generate your own. Get out there on Craigslist and Zillow and make some calls, and other ones. Try out other ones that you never tried before. FSBO.com, ForSaleByOwner.com. There's a bunch of different websites, even local websites. Go on your local newspaper, and look at their homes for sale section in your local newspaper. People don't think about that. So get out there, guys. Have a great weekend. It's Friday. It's obviously Formal Dining Room Friday. I'm not going to light the candles. It's such a rigmarole. But we always do our deep breathing. And guys, this deep breathing, I don't know if you think it's cheesy or what you think, but it is really good for your body and your mind. And I do it, 2-3 times a day. Anytime you need a lift, don't grab a Coke, a Diet Coke or something. Grab a just take 3 deep breaths and smile. It sounds kind of too easy, but it is. It really works. So let's do it now. First, get that smile on your face. Remember, start each day with a smile. Before you even get out of the bed, before your feet even hit the floor, have a smile on your face. And I'm telling you, that's a game changer. That gives you an entirely different view of your day. If you lay in bed for about a minute or two with a big smile on your face, you have a whole different mental approach to your entire day. Okay, so nice deep breath in. Big smile. Can you hear the dog eating in the background here? Oh, she shouldn't be eating that food, by the way. Exhale. Okay, another deep breath in. So smile and deep breath out. Okay, the new puppy is getting into food. Okay, come here, baby. What's she doing? Okay, she's not supposed to be eating that food. You get to see the puppy. Okay, one more deep breath in. That'll give you a smile, right? Deep breath in. Little one, I know you were eating. And out. Okay, good day, good day. All right, great session. Be mentally tough. Have an awesome weekend. And until I see you on Monday, keep expecting success, getting awesome training, and taking lots of action.